Alright, everything looks good. And then next week we have Sean Reynolds, so
Yeah.
Next week's already set up. A complete week with 4 streams next week, 5 the week after.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Knocked my cord out already. Yes!
Yeah, that happens. So, yep.
Got so hot here last couple of days. Actually, I had to turn the air back on. It was so hot in the house. It's crazy.
Oh, wow. You got hot?
Jersey. Yeah, it got really hot here.
It has been up in the 80s, you mean? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just nuts.
Oh, wow. We haven't had more than 75, I think, is the hottest we've had. It's gorgeous here. It's like about 70, 75-ish. It was kind of down in the 60s for a couple of days, but we could get rain in a few days.
Oh,
a couple of days of rain again and in the 60s. So winter weather, Southern California winter weather, 65 degrees and rain. And now we have the other normal California, Southern California winter weather with 75 degrees and sun.
Hey, Alsamine, first in the chat.
Yeah.
All right, hit on some of these. What's up, Enoch Tim? Good to see you. Well, I haven't checked my VIP badges in a while. Probably got people overdue on them, but that's okay. I'll worry about that after the stream. We got too many other things going on. So it's all good. A little early on the preludes today, but it's not a big deal. By the way, sound check is good. Hey, Dead Hand. Just making sure you can hear me. I guess if you can't hear me, you can't respond.
Yeah, I hope they can hear us.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I'm like, what do I hit next? Good. Let's hit this one next.
It works.
All good. Good to hear. Good to hear.
Of the many ancient civilizations of the world, none can surpass the grand majesty of ancient China, one of the oldest and longest-lasting civilizations in the history of the world, going back over 4,000 years. Troller Games is proud to announce our latest Mythos series project, the Codex Sonarum. The Codex Sonarum covers the might.
I didn't think Chuck was going to play till
prehistoric to medieval China.
Well, he verified finally in the morning.
And mythic.
Oh, you mean yesterday?
Yeah. Oh.
With almost 200 mythical Chinese creatures and over 140 deities and heroes, The Codex Sinarum is filled with monsters,
Duh, I didn't
gods,
look up, Tim.
warriors, and more on the level that will be truly legendary.
The 128.
Told in
Hello.
the narrative true
Hi.
to Chinese history. It introduces
You missed
the
his
basics
perception
of
rule
Chinese
here.
martial
Yep.
arts.
You're going to be,
And
and
it's
I
complete
think you're going to be
with
really
food
surprised
and
at
the
some of the
many
stuff we're going
legendary
to actually
abilities
discuss
associated
tonight.
with it.
Oh, cool.
Ancient
Yeah, I
conflicts
think-
Yeah,
Yeah,
but these
sorcery,
shows have been
spellcraft,
fantastic
and fortune
for
telling.
me because
Even
we've
enchanted
gotten so
charms
much
are
stuff
explored
that
as
I
well.
need to experience. So I have a long
Players can
laundry
live out
list
their
of
characters'
things to do now,
adventures
so
in
it's good.
tales set in popular Chinese fantasy styles like wuxia and more, while within a pseudo-historical setting and brought to life by the castle keeper or game master. Researched and written by Brian Young,
That visual
the
of
wildly
Greenleaf
popular
is
mythos
pretty
series
amazing there.
delves into the mythos of the ancient world, bringing hosts
Hey,
of
Gabriel.
gods and heroes, legends and lore, and even the monsters and
Good old
foes
Jimmy
that plagued
Yingling
the
leveled.
peoples of ancient times to the stories
Just like he
that
planned.
create.
In Fighter, or in Thief.
The Codex Sinarum brings ancient China to your table. Join us
There are
and
3
pledge
characters
today.
from yesterday.
Hold on.
Hold on. Hold on.
Trollord Games, join the fray.
We are using human wisdom.
I don't know what the heck that is.
We're a little early, but that's okay. Is your wife home yet, Tim?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Picked her up from the train station and
Lando, I have. Oh, good.
got her home, fed her, and she's already in bed.
Lando, I got to show you something that I can say thanks because of you. I think it was your post, and I'll show it to you when we come live. I didn't think I got something I never thought I'd get. What's up, Scottish?
I hope it's curable.
I don't know. Not sure.
I just put chat on this phone.
Gala. I'm hitting that one up again because that's so good. I'm going to run this one more time because it's only a minute long, and also, whoops, and see, look, there you go. I'll go back to that because we're real early. Thanks. Yeah, so we have one. Us and Jay's Tabletop, I think, are only 2, and of course, Gamescape themselves. So, hey, go ahead. More dungeons, and these are great dungeons coming. These are great ones. It's exciting. Thank you, Scottish. Yep.
I did commit a little bit of my time this week to prepping for the 19th.
Well, that's good because when I got done yesterday, I'm like, oh shit. I have a game. Hey, Michael, I have a game Thursday night. I haven't even started prepping for, and I have a base for Saturday crossover. So while I was watching football all day today, I got most of both done in this entire season. So I got both adventures done Thursday and Saturday.
I was basically prepping because I'm getting serious on this.
Yeah, well, good. Well,
I've been usually a little bit on the kinder side.
I don't know about that.
You don't think so?
I just watch. I don't make commentary on someone else's gaming and DMing. It's not my place to say that. What's
I
up,
know.
John? John, Tim's gonna kill you in 2 weeks. He's taught.
There is no safety net.
Patrick. Yes. Let me. I'm showing that first. Is that right? Wait, I also like. Oh shit! All my times are wrong. They all say EDT. I gotta switch them all to EST. I hate that.
I just say Easter.
Yeah, I know. It's probably smart. It's probably smart.
Yeah, Eastern and Pacific. Yeah,
Well, I think they should get rid of it.
Get rid of what?
they should have the same. Do you want winter time continuously, or something more like daylight savings or not?
It should be what it is. It is what it is. Fiddling with it. I mean, it made sense maybe when you were a farmer in the 1800s.
Yeah. Then people barely had clocks anyway, so it's really bad.
Right. I don't even understand why they were messing.
Yeah, I think the idea was to especially not so much down here, but in the northern regions, like in Northern Europe and Canada and others, that then it was to kind of get people out earlier so they can get more of the sun in the afternoon and stuff. Or like in the mornings, rather, so you didn't have to be at work all the time when it was actually like weekend stuff. So it will shift the active period or to the active daylight rather as well. Down here it doesn't matter much.
Yeah, I just noticed it at PT because it's early in the morning. It's like it's starting to get light. Oh, it's dark.
Yeah.
Just leave it.
Yep.
I know some people, a couple people a year, I know die. Usually elderly from the change in their sleep cycle. That sudden change jacks them up.
Yeah.
Maybe we shouldn't do it.
Just what I want to talk about, daylight savings time.
Yeah. It's a big issue. Yeah.
All right, we're going to talk about daylight saving time.
Did you get massive winds? No winds at all here. None. Zero.
Oh, it was hot though.
I know. That's what I was saying.
My son and I were out raking. We were raking leaves today. It was 76 out.
I know.
It was disgusting.
It was super hot here. All right, so tonight, this is our part 4 of this. I don't even know how many parts this is going to be. It's going to be till I guess we finish. But this is part 4. In the lounge in Lord Peakshaven, ready to rock and roll with our 4th installment of this. Good evening, everyone. How are you doing? I'm J.K. Lord Gazumba with Anna Meyer and the legendary Anna Meyer and the ever mysterious Tim, who is ever mysterious. So, a couple quick things. Since we are 4 minutes early, Lando, you're on, right? And Lando posted something really cool. I think it was on Facebook. That like this, I never thought I'd buy this, but this thing was like 50-60% off on Amazon for a limited time. So I actually bought the 2-box Temple of Elemental Goodman game set for $40. I mean, this thing's only like, right? Yeah, this thing's only like $60, or no, I'm sorry, $100 or whatever it is. Yeah, I got it for $40, free shipping and everything. So, hey, it's nice to have some books there, right? So. It is, man. So thanks. I would have never known. I popped up and it was still on that special price on Amazon, so I picked it up a day before and I got. Oh, wait, thanks, man. Sounds okay and everything's out there. You guys are awesome. It's starting up already. That's great. So now I am blocked, so I'm gonna switch things around here so we can see something. So you can block my mug here. Just real quick.
Let me first say I'm sorry for that I had to cancel the game session so late, but we were supposed to have we knew we had one player missing, and then we missed another player too. So and then the other ones were like, no, we skip it. So but that happens. It's not a super planned show. It's our regular home game, so to speak, that you
can run it and then give the 2 people that showed up extra goodies.
Oh,
yeah. The other ones, well, you missed it. They'll never miss it.
Thanks, Wayne. Thanks, Patrick.
But I leave it to the players to decide that. So, yeah.
Yeah,
they didn't seem too keen on playing. So, yeah.
Yeah, and that's
they didn't want to let that's understandable. So, yeah.
That's why we have that. With us, with the flexible number of characters and all, But I had to cancel last Thursday. I had 3 of my 4 guys out, but we played Saturday. Saturday's game was a lot of fun. I'm glad everyone enjoyed it. Thank you for all the support, man. That was nuts on a Saturday morning. But I want to talk about next week real quick. 4 streams next week: Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. Saturday night, we'll talk about this at the end. This is the big one. This is the crossover event. So we got Ed Greenwood, Tony Winslow Brill, and Eric Boyd from 2 Drink Minimum. And then we have 5 members of the Slavs: Mandy, Myriad, Bones, Darling, and Josh. So for a nice mashup of eight players. And the name of the adventure now is A Map and a Vision. Is the name of the adventure. A Map and a Vision. Yes. I'm excited about it. Then tomorrow night. Then next Sunday, Sean Reynolds is on. So big stuff coming up in the world of the channel. Just wanted to throw that out there before we start and get rolling on this. So we have, thank you. We already surpassed level 2. Really appreciate it. Let me set the giveaway up. Going to give away some classic D&D modules tonight, 2 for the winner of choice. And at least, well, let me just put it out there that way. So Tim, Jimmy Yingling was fun, huh?
He was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
He likes bad ideas.
He does. When he ran right into Johnny,
I'm gonna hide.
You did ruin him walking in the room by himself, and he was going to say, "Here's Johnny." That was coming, but that didn't happen, right? And then it's over, Johnny from First Blood. That quote, I at least got that quote in. So yeah, that was.
Sometimes bad ideas work.
Yes, exactly. But it was a lot of fun. So we may do some more. I may do some more Saturdays, and Tim's got one coming up in 2 weeks. So we'll talk about that in the upcoming week or so. All right. So this is our 4th set on this. We're going to start off in Dungeon 93. Got a lot of adventures coming up. I've run at least 5 this week that are in these magazines from 93 to 99. I think 1 or 2 of them are actually not Greyhawk, because I've adapted to Greyhawk, so I want to talk about them too. And there are some legendary adventures in this era. There's some particular reasons for it. This is the Paizo Golden Era that's starting. This is like 2002 time, around 2001, 2002. So they're really starting to get rolling here. So we're going to see some stuff coming in these adventure modules from this lovely era. I wonder if I have the right one up here. So please, if you've any of the ones we discussed, or any of the ones in this area that you know about, you say, "Hey, I ran it and I placed it here." Please always put that in. Thank you. As we're going, it looks like we cranked through a level 2. We really appreciate it. And here, so I got a whole bunch here. Destiny of Kings is a N3, N4, B3, B4, C2, Ghost Tower, UK2 and 3, the Sentinel and the Gauntlet, UK1, Crystal Cave, and then we have one companion, the CM3. Choice of 2 of those. So, and Alex, thanks for that. I haven't shown that I didn't have time to show that to Bill, what you gave to me on that there. So hopefully everyone's doing well tonight, and let's get this thing cranked up here. Let me roll over to, I will hit a wrong button. You know that. What's up, Vamp? Okay. Dungeon 93. Well, that doesn't look promising on the cover there.
Well, we have to put up with...
Right? Right, Anna? It looks like a big Illithid on the cover. Big mind.
Yeah, but I was going to say, is it issue... Dungeon issue?
Oh, I got 94 up. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, because it doesn't look like mine.
We did 93 last week. I'm sorry.
Okay, so 94.
That's my bad. 94.
No,
93 had the big
Yep.
giant one that was like 21st level and stuff like that.
I opened 94.
Nathaniel's Randoms Kits. Hey, welcome. Hope you're. I love the first time chat pop up. It's really cool.
There we go.
See that.
Yep.
So good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully you enjoy old school Greyhawk. Oh my gosh! For a second there, did you ever get a panic, Tim? You don't ever panic about anything. I was like, oh my god, I forgot to change the title. But I changed it right after the game on Saturday morning, so I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
I remember to change my title this morning, which why the adventure didn't happen. So now I'm not going.
Don't you hate that?
Exactly. Now I'm not going to jinx it. I'm going to not change it in the future. Yeah.
Very cool. Thank you for that hype train, everyone. I really appreciate the support. People were still rolling in. So 94 is where we're starting here, and we're going to come down here and look at. This I'm looking to see if we got Chris Perkins is actually in here. So Bruce Cordell's in here. So we're getting some names in these in this era here. Now, as I'm looking at this, blood. I'm trying to remember which one I ran myself. Now I know that the critical threat is one that is important here. I don't believe. There are many. Let me go through my show up here from and see where 94 says. According to this, the only threat, only one in here is Nocti, the critical threat. But we're going to talk about Bloodlines as well because I ran it. So, and I put it
They have
in Greyhawk.
Labyrinth in here too on the.
Yeah, that's not Larith. That's Labyrinth.
Right.
Larnith. That's
Larnith.
Larnith.
Yeah,
That is a Forgotten Realms, if I recall correctly.
Ah.
So here we come here. If you haven't followed, please follow. We're working our way to 10,000. We just surpassed 9. Oh, look at that. That's really cute looking. Bloodlines by Luke Johnson. Okay. I ran this. Adventure number, are you ready? 458. Got it. All right. We're at 979 coming up on Thursday. So there you go. So it's over 50% ago I ran this this adventure. Yeah.
So in the golden era.
It's in the golden era. Yeah.
Yeah.
Level 7th, and this one Count Nolus Von Den is a greedy, scheming, oily. I like that, power-hungry aristocrat. This is one of those scheming adventure types with I believe it's got a bunch of undead
Described 85% of them.
Yeah. So, Greyhawk critical threat. Yep. Oh yeah. We have that. Zolox is coming, but I don't think Zolox is in this one, right? Zolox is in 96. Zolox is coming up, definitely. What's up, Kafir? Good to see you.
Hello.
So, I don't, once again, when in my log, I don't put down the adventuring group yet. Not until, like, I'm saying 485. I started logging the adventure group, which would tell me more of the location. I hadn't been doing that yet, so I don't even remember where I placed this. I want to say this feels like I placed this. Southern Keeland's my guess that's where I ran.
Uh-huh.
Darling, what's up?
Why would we be there?
Hello.
You got to remember, Tim, I got 27 adventuring groups, and so it's right.
Right. So why would they be there?
Why would they be anywhere in Greyhawk? The adventures take you all over the place, right? So it's sometimes they'll take you to the strangest places in the Flaness, and I think that's what happened in this one. So the maps are not that great, and as you can see, wow, that's not anything to write about.
Yeah.
Ruins, and then you go down the lower level, ruined basement, and undead. So I love adventures about undead. So and this is why I think I was drawn to this. This was generically placed, nice mausoleum. So that's why I ran this one, and I'd say this could be generically placed almost anywhere you want in freaking Greyhawk, right? And there's a nice handout. I wish I could tell you more about. Wow, eccentric. Thank you very much for the raid. Remember, we all have the giveaways going tonight here, so please feel free. ! Drawing. Good to see you. Thank you very much. I'm always hitting buttons. Am I hitting right or wrong buttons? There you go. So, Undead Abbot. Oh, that's right. They're all Hikuva in here. There is a Hikuva archetype that they overlay on things, Anna, which is pretty cool. Now it's come to me. A Belker, that's a 3rd edition monster that really didn't exist in 182E. I was like,
but the template function they got in 3rd edition was really cool. I really like that. And in Pathfinder first, they had more. They kind of worked on it even more. So I really liked you could put the template, you could put classes on monsters, you could put templates on things, and it was great.
So I recall this now with a Hikuva overlay, and not once again. Any human realm, the Keeland, Furiondi, Shieldlands, Great Kingdom, Nyron, Ernst, you can put this almost anywhere, this adventure. Yeah, nice pictures, nice, the Count, they're all baddies in here. Count Nolus Von Den, Spellcaster 7th, evil. So here's the Hikuva template, all right? And that was the whole thing about this, was that you could actually take that and turn, instead of turning everyone into vampires or whatever other types of undead. Now they've created another template where you could use this instead. And this is one of those fiend folio monsters.
Yeah.
With the low hit die, that doesn't make much sense, but you got to use it in a special circumstance. It's the one that drops, right? And then you think it's dead, but it comes back like the coffer corpse, both of them. Yeah. So pretty neat one there. Hey, Insomnia, good to see you. Please feel free to hang out, everyone. Like I said, we're giving away at least two of the great D&D reprints. I'll send them right out to you. If you're outside the continental U.S., I have plenty of other gift certificates from other sponsors I can give you, from Troller Games and or Reaper Miniatures. So we are all good here. Kafir, are you going to Gary Con? Going just to hang? And there's the original Fiend Folio picture of the Hikuva. So once again, nothing here for Anna to do, fortunately. Right?
Much.
You don't have to place anything.
I can need a break. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have other things to do. We'll talk about that in the end. Yeah.
Right, very cool. So,
but it's still great, interesting adventures from an era that are 20 years gone in hindsight now. So yeah.
Here we are.
Well, I hope that goes. I hope it goes well, and we'll talk soon. Yeah, this is also not Greyhawk either. So the East Hunt, having a barbarian, druid, or ranger, or someone with woodland skills would be helpful. So you got a lot of adventures in here that are generically placed. So
the East Hunt or the Last Hunt?
The Last Hunt, because I can't read. Up here it looks like East, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
It does
the
look like
Aegis.
East. Yeah. So another adventure that I did not run this one, but I think you can place this one almost anywhere as well. Forest based. Once again, you're seeing some stuff that is not even said specifically placed in Forgotten Realms, generically placed D&D adventures. So here's the wood that it runs in, and it's not large. So Anna, this across looks like what, 7 to 8 miles across. So this will fit.
Yeah, something like that.
1/4 of a. Actually, it's 1/16 because it's 1/16 of one of those little hexes on the Greyhawk map, on the Darling Greyhawk map. 1/16. Yep. You can put this almost anywhere.
The impact is negligible. You can put it almost anywhere, right?
Absolutely. And that's the charm of Greyhawk that a lot of people miss. Another one, the Excavation. This is a side trek. This one also is not placed specifically in Greyhawk. Like I said, there was nothing placed specifically in Greyhawk here except the critical threat. So another adventure. They look like Dretch, right? Yeah. So I'm just seeing if it can be inserted into any campaign with temperate forested hills. Okay. So another one that because we got so many to go through tonight, we'll just run through it. All right. This is Greyhawk. Now people are like, what?
Oh. Hang on a second.
A critical threat and knock T. I hope I pronounced that right.
So he was a special mummy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's some good illustrations when I go around here. So yeah.
Now the only reason it has some background here, but it mentions Nerol specifically, so we know right then and there the god of death Nerol. It says, "Born cruel, lived a squaw life 1,000 years ago." So this is one of those. Maybe Earth. This is post Earth land. This is more Sulwe's coming right. Migrations. Anna, correct? 1,000 years ago.
Yeah, bit more. Yeah, bit over 1,000 years ago, I think.
No worries for being late. It's okay. It's all good.
Yeah.
Hey Naz, good to see you, Tim. So Nocti is this is something Tim would love to use.
This is cool.
This is a specialized mummy.
I think it fits really with my vision of times back then too. So in Urfland and stuff. This is awesome. Yep.
Cool.
So I do have one of those in the wings, by the way.
So this individual, it's Bruce Cordell, and I love Bruce. Bruce's stuff. So he's done a lot of great things. Currently, Nocti work with a group known as the Reaper's Children. A viler lot he's rarely encountered, whose dark methods he wholeheartedly approves of. Doesn't say anything about the Reaper's Children. But that's a group that you could develop anywhere that you have an undead cult running in town, whether it's Greyhawk City or whether it's, like I said, Grey Kingdom. You could really have some fun with this. So, the Reaper's Children. I like it. If anyone's used any of these specifically when we get to them, just let us know, okay? I'd love to hear about it. So, but this one, it says has several contacts who arranged a courier service to send information to the mummy regarding the success or failure of various nefarious goals. Once again, everything's pretty general in these, but we know specifically it's Greyhawk because it's specifically connected to Nerol. Nerol's not used in Forgotten Realms, right? So we know it's Greyhawk. So, and he has a spell casting ability, Tim, for a mummy. That's pretty cool. Yep.
Kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it's clerical too. It's not mage. So.
Because usually the whole mummification process is related to the religious process.
Yep.
So
there you go on number 94. And here's another one I believe that says venture committee. This is 15th level, can be easily adapted for anywhere. And there's no specifics to Greyhawk and Worms in the Exchequer. This is a high level adventure. So they're pumping up stuff there. I considered running this, and I changed my mind on it, and that was a while back. I have not run this one either. And it's not that long, but it's this critical Larneth, this critical threat here, Tim, I believe he's is a vampire, and I just don't think it's Greyhawk. I think it's Forgotten Realms. I don't think it states.
Vampires are so old.
Well, this one haunts the Underdark.
Of course it does. Why wouldn't it?
Male Snurf Nebbling Vampire. That's what it says.
They didn't make it simple in 3rd edition.
Yes.
They really mixed and matched things. So
Deep Gnome Vampire.
Yeah.
See, the bad thing for everyone is these shows give Tim ideas. Yeah.
I don't think I really like that.
No.
Of course.
He also has a stone golem who a beetle. Oh my gosh. Yeah. There's no reason why you couldn't use this in Greyhawk as well. I think that's what that is in the background. That beetle is a stone golem. Larry,
a 9 foot tall stag beetle. Yes, that's what that is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
So this one's not specifically Greyhawk, everyone, but you could do it in Greyhawk.
Where did he ever get the ability to? It has him as a wizard, 17th level.
Right, which you can just convert over to illusionist for old school for us, right? You can do that.
Yeah. Well, I guess if he had a book of golems, he could have made one.
Absolutely. So, and he went to stone. I guess because he can ride it. Then he's just tired and doesn't feel like being ethereal or gaseous all the time.
You just go gaseous.
Yes. Yeah, you think so, Nagoya? Well, this is, hey, we're not going to like everything we see here, but yeah. So.
And good thing is if he ever feels like seafood, he can just go hit the Kuatoans.
So this one, I believe, also is not Greyhawk. It says this adventure is to fit in the middle part of Sea of Two of City of the Spider Queen adventure, which I believe was Forgotten Realms. Yeah, it says specifically this is Forgotten Realms placed.
And if he has a taste for chicken, he can hit the elves.
You like that, didn't you? Did anyone?
We talked a lot about eating elves during the reverse dungeon. The reverse dungeon. They actually ate an elf. So,
if you did not see yesterday morning's game with Mike Disney and Anna and Tim and Bill Mastercrafter and April Hill and all playing in the game, I got through an adventure without two of my players of 40 years almost. Well, one of them 40, Tim, knowing what the end monster was.
I got close though.
What you said, yeah. Well,
don't Jackalware.
Yes, don't say any of the other ones you guessed, please. We don't want to give away any future things. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
But it was a wolfware, so yeah. And I thought it was a lot of fun there. I spoil them. You're right. I do, Gaetano. I spoil the hell out of them. I'm such a nice guy. All right, so that's 94.
She was really rude too.
Now, Polyhedron's in here, and we're going to see some polyhedron connections coming up, but not in this one. Why they put Greyhawk stuff like here? They're talking about Necropolis for Sword and Sorcery. And here, it's just a lot of miscellaneous things going in the polyhedron section that they've added into Dungeon at this point. So a lot of sci-fi, and I guess they decided to. Well, that's great. Look at that. He's got freaking sweat. Unbelievable. Yeah. All right. Let's off that one and go to 95.
Ah, Shazam.
The Pox Trolls were bullshit. He said, Dale. Good. I can't wait to put them in my box set now.
Pox Trolls, they were interesting. I'm going to look into them. They were cool monsters.
I just don't think they should be immune to fire just because they're a disease. That didn't make any sense.
How many of you play Pathfinder Kingmaker? There's an entire section in there with trolls immune to fire.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Is that a video game?
No, it started out as a role-playing game campaign. I played a little bit of it, like
I don't want to hear
10 years ago.
They didn't have this. They didn't give you diseases though, Jay.
Well, you saw the miniatures. Sometimes you gotta, and Les and I have it is also a great video game. That's where I played it. And I was like, these trolls are immune to fire. What the hell's going on? And it's the entire series of adventures.
I can't really complain. I have special trolls in store for you later anyway. So,
all right, so there you go. So, all right, number 95. We're going to get some meat into some real meat in this one. This is going to start some fun times here, everyone. All right. So
I like the cover.
Yeah, something that is both Greyhawk and Iran is the Witch of Serpent's Bridge. Okay. And that one's in here. Look at that. We have something that's a critical threat by Mike Merles himself, but that's not Greyhawk. Right. We have, some really cool things in here. Lust, I believe, is another Greyhawk adventure. And we also have a legendary adventure in here. One that is for the ages and to this day has... When you think of Book of Vile Darkness and stuff, this is the adventure that goes with that. The Porphyry House Horror by James Jacobs. So we're going to talk about that in this. A legendary adventure. It's not Greyhawk Lust? Okay.
But it could be.
Cool. Jackal's Redemption. I don't think this one was Greyhawk. Nope.
Bleak Eternity of Gehenna. That sounds
Yeah.
cool, but not Greyhawk.
No, not Greyhawk, and you're getting some planescape.
But you can, I guess, out of planar adventures, you can easily.
Yeah.
You know, it's got a good inspiration when the horror one has a quote from Milton, Paradise Lost.
Yeah, this still feels planescapey.
Very literary.
Which is okay with planescape stuff. All right. This is a very cool artwork. This is The Witch of Serpent's Bridge by Russell Brown, artwork by Vinod Rams. And it talks right here in the background, God, Cord. Once again, right down there, you can see the deity Cord's involved in it, so we immediately know it is Greyhawk. Now, I thought it was placed specifically. The Stagnant Woods, which I don't think is specifically placed in Greyhawk, but we'll see. The difference is BOED was up.
Yeah. On page 42, there is an interesting map.
Yeah.
Because it's a new concept of 3D maps that is really cool, in my opinion. Very interesting. It's simple, but very cool concept.
We got a Rifnal in here too. All right. So it says New Pedwitch, but I don't think it gives us a location on this one. There is a Temple of Cord here, if I recall. I ran this one. This was adventure number 478. What's that?
It was a clever way to show the topography without having to use contour lines, I think.
Yeah, definitely. So, but I don't think we have a specific location for this one in Greyhawk. It's just basic Greyhawk, unless I missed it. But I don't think I missed it. I don't see it. Wherever New Pedwitch is, Anyone place this? Small Thorpe, yeah. But I just don't think.
Pedrich, no, I don't.
I don't
I've
think
never heard of it.
I don't think it's been placed, but it is.
Yeah.
So, you got Old
Well, it
Henton.
talks about 6 summers ago, a barbarian leader from the north conquered the town in the area.
So it could be Ratic. It could be. There's a lot of places this could be.
Forbade the worship of Cord.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jail. I think this one could be about anywhere too. Look, here's another one. So what you need, Roddick sounds good on this one. I mean, but you're right. It could be anywhere. It could be also. This is pre. No, this is post. This is post from the ashes. So it could be Theocracy.
Oh, it's
no,
way-
it can't
yeah,
be
this
Theocracy.
is-
The Pale of the Temple of Cord. It
And this
pales
is
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I really like these maps. Are among the coolest. How can I miss them? Because they're
Thanks,
really
George.
cool.
Well, this is a new way of showing that it's kind of. Yeah,
I was just going to say this is top-notch cartography, simple, straightforward, and still gets you tons of information, so to speak. It's I really really dig it.
Awesome.
Yep.
That's very cool. So, if anyone figures out where they placed it, because once again, I can't tell you where I placed it because all those hundreds and hundreds of 500 adventures ago, I wasn't doing that. I was just running them, logging the adventure name out, but not putting the group or anything else, other notes beyond it. Yeah, Tim Satley, yeah, it's a great map. Doris, Capper Cabins. So, Serpent. There's a Serpent Bridge here, a river. I just don't think it has. We're dealing with Knolls, Yenog, and also Erythnol in this as well, which is kind of a mix. My guess is Radix perfect for it. So
Even the dungeon maps are done similarly in a similar interesting way.
Yep. Look at yeah, you're right. It's got a little depth.
With side views of certain aspects.
Yeah. So you got you got some spellcasters. It is. It absolutely is, because especially if you're not running like if you're not running the way I do it, then that kind of gives you a good feel for it, and you can actually blow these up. Utilize them, which is really cool. So lots of Knolls. I even saw Knolls.
They smell.
Yes, Knolls and goblins in this one. Undead. Here's an encampment, a Knoll encampment here. Once again, we have no idea. There's lots of woods. That's my guess on it, on location. So
There's some good illustrations. I like that goblin or whatever it is, the stand there with the bow on page 52. Yeah, that one.
I don't think it says.
I really like him. He looks awesome.
Is it a him or a her? Or is it this female?
I'm not sure.
Here?
There might be a female, but whoever they depict, I like it. I think it's a fantastic. That's my vision of
the tattoo.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a deity?
I'm not sure. I don't recognize that.
Okay.
But I'm going to take a screenshot
Is that
of that
a
one
deity,
because
that tattoo right there?
I like that one. I'm going to.
Let me blow it up.
That is I think that is a female Knoll.
Yeah,
I think yeah. There's some beard and stuff, so I don't know. It might be that. Yeah, might be hard for us new humans to see the difference.
Yeah. Let me shut this down a little bit. All right, so we have another The Witch's Serpents. It's a long adventure. Like I said, I wish my memory was better for 900 some adventures here. So, hey, Shattered, thanks. Thank you. Thank you so very much. That's a cool picture too. Now, this picture I've seen before being utilized. I've seen this many times actually.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I think this is a picture that Stephen Chenault refers to as one of his favorites when he shows Knolls, because Knolls are like his favorite humanoid too. So
and they look
This looks like this. Is that Wayne Reynolds?
I wouldn't be surprised at all, because this is so damn good that it's kind of doesn't look like his style really though, but it's definitely on par with him with his effort, so to speak. So yeah.
All right. So on Agorara, if you got to defeat her, and there you go. So that's. Place it where you wish.
Artwork by Vinod Rams.
Okay.
Photography by Peter Whitley.
There you go. And that probably is what that R.
That R.
Okay. So it's not Wayne. Wayne does cleaner lines. Okay, thank you, Nagoya. Critical threat, Githyank guy. All right,
Oof.
not us. Oh man, that dude looks messed up.
Yeah.
He was
Lust.
he was in the astral plane next to Chernobyl, so it kind of
Yeah. But that's another typical of the era. There was a lot of messed up creatures in third edition,
This-
which is kind of cool. So yeah.
Lust is Greyhawk. Half. Are you ready for this? Half fiend satyr on the road at the edges of the dim forest on the borders of Bissell and the Grand March. There you go.
Mhm.
So he has charmed 3 aspiring knights of the watch and convinced them to try and kill each other for his own amusement. So this adventure is Greyhawk and specific where it's placed. Yes. Hey man, guess you shouldn't be. You got to watch where you stick it there, Dale. Curtis, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Redwood Oak Blossom blames his misdeeds on his bad upbringing. Of course. Yes, there is. It's called a forlaren. Good catch, Curtis. It's a forlaren. It's a nymph and it's a crazed looking satyr thing that's half demonic. You're absolutely correct. Yep. Good get there. That's what. Yeah, I guess that's it right there. Knights of the Watch killing each other. You gotta love that picture. All right, so this is what level is this? This
Fourth, I
is
think,
this
right?
is low. 4 characters of 4th level. So you got yourself an adventure placed right in that area. Grand March, Bissell, the Dim Forest, Geoff area. So yeah, I need to put my adventures in. Anna and myself, we're talking about getting stuff in, and we got a lot of things behind the scenes going on I can't discuss. So, and then we got your area set up here. This is a short sidetrack adventure, but it is Greyhawk, so that's Lust. All right, cool one. But he is, that's nasty. Mike Merles has something here, but this is not Greyhawk either. This is.
But it could be because it's just an imp.
Yeah, true. Absolutely.
And imps can cause lots of problems.
Yes, a named imp. That's pretty neat.
Yep.
Because he was, I was just looking at the beginning. He was a demon lord that
Devil
got
Lord.
defeated, and they got stripped of all his powers as a punishment.
Wow. That's
that's
bad.
That's cool. Yeah,
Getting punished and knocked down to being an imp.
Mhm.
And
But
then the guy who
that's-
did it got killed, and so he escaped the prime material.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say, Anna?
I was just going to say that's also how I do it. That it's the power level that decides what they become, so to speak. They start out as mere like these worms or something, and as a petitioner, so to speak, when you larvae or something, and then you kind of move your up the ladder, the food chain.
Yeah, it's good to see Curtis on East Coast time there. East Coast Standard Time now. All right, here we go. Special sealed book of Vile Darkness Adventure. We're going to be introduced to the city of Scuttle Cove.
Did that come taped up when we got it, or no? I'm just kidding.
This may have been sealed.
Specially sealed.
Yeah,
Mhm.
especially sealed.
There's some artwork in here that you wouldn't. It's not necessarily a family show, but
right. Well, the artwork I have attached is from my buddy Dungeon Meister. Warning: explicit content, mature readers only. I think this is a first. I think this is the first adventure with a warning on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, the book of Vile Darkness also came with a warning.
Right,
on
and
it.
this complements that book. This is meant for that book.
Yep.
The Porphyry House Horror by James Jacobs. Now, I want to share something with you all. It's kind of a little over the top, but that's all right. This is an adventure. Our friend Laura Lee in Dungeon Meister's world lost her memory, and this is the succubus in this Porphyry House Horror, and they end up slaughtering everyone, and that's a picture from it. So just note, this is an actual adventure that was done in it, and this is off a DeviantArt site. I have permission to use all of his stuff, so that is actual picture from this adventure that was run by someone pretty neat. All right, so this is the test. This is them pushing the limits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
this is-
had that era. We had James Jacobs on, and he talked about this era and described the
Maybe.
reasoning behind it and how it went and so on and so forth. And so if you want to know more about this era, go back to that interview with James Jacobs, and he explains some of it.
Yeah, definitely. And
Mhm.
but we're in that. What's up, Dwayne? We're in that era now. So four 10th level adventures, Scuttle Cove. And I'm gonna, for those of you who don't know, let me bring that up. It is nowhere. It is not close on the map. So I'm gonna show you where it is.
This reminds me of some shades of Warhammer. Looking at it, there's certain cults in Warhammer very similar to this sort of activities and drugs and orgies and other sorts of stuff being lured in there by one of the chaos. So that's what it reminds me of.
Whoops. I forget where Scuttle Cove is. It's all the way down here, isn't it? Oh, it's not on my map, is it?
Exactly.
It's in the Pirate Isles,
you're
right?
using old
Yes,
crappy
it's
map.
here in the Pirate. Yes. 'cause
Who the
remember-
heck did that old crappy map? So you
Yeah, we
need to
gotta remember it
update
has
Yeah.
all my edits in it, Anna. Though.
Oh
That's
yeah,
the
I told
problem.
you we need to make an update.
Okay,
Yep.
it's in the Pirate
Mhm.
Isles here.
Yep.
I think it's right
Which-
here. I think it's right here.
Which looks very different. Yeah.
Okay.
To be honest, I'm not sure I have it on the latest map either, but it needs to
Okay.
be there. So yeah,
Alright.
I think it's on the to-do list still. I think for some reason we talked about it and then it got overlooked. So
Okay.
Yep.
So, and just to put that in perspective, Sassarene's where, I mean, they're not even close. I mean, you got the entire immediate jungle between them.
yeah.
It's, you got the whole Azure Sea, right? So it's nowhere near anything. Note this area we're going to discuss soon as well tonight. All this. We're going to discuss all this soon. Okay. So I'll leave this one up. I'll close that. All right. So this is, and here's our Scuttle Cove map. I think this is too nice for Scuttle Cove, actually. I think it's nowhere near this nice of a town. But that's the map that's been done for it. And that's probably in the Book of Wild Darkness as well. So,
Well, if it's an island, it's going to need to bring in everything. If it's a small island, it's going to have to bring everything it needs from the sea. So it's going to have a big port.
Curtis just responded to ask, talk to you about a term there in chat, Tim. So this is all demons getting one up on each other. This is all demonic power and Greyhawk, and you can have a lot of fun with this. And there's no good in this adventure. It's bad against worse. So, a Golgoth Hydra is in this. It's just really, really a nasty adventure. But I think it would be fun. I've never run it because I just don't go that far south. But thanks, Vamp. It's all good. So you should place the city of Scuttle Cove on the coast of a tropical island at least 100 miles from shore. It's not even placed at this time, Anna, in this. Scuttle Cove is not placed, according to this. Alternately, you can place it on the mainland as long as it's secluded and distant enough from civilization that it can be operated without interference. So the placement of this has not happened yet when this adventure comes out. Interesting. I do, Dale, and the reason I do is just once again, why would they be, my guys? Why would they travel down there? We do ship-based stuff. Maybe they get blown off course or something. It's a long way. You never know. So, yeah, Phil Fever's running through here. There's no redeeming qualities about Scuttle Cove. I think this is pre-Red Fleet too.
It was Scuttle Cove, I think. Hang on a
Scuttle
second.
Cove?
I think it might be down in. Hang on a second. Now I'm getting. Oh, you continue, and I'll
go ahead.
look here. Yep. So I'm
I
thinking.
know. It's all right, Dale. I can take it. I take guff all the time, man. It's all good.
Oh, it was Far Shore I was thinking of. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yep.
Far Shore's down there.
Yep,
Down near
exactly.
what do you call it?
Yeah,
Isle
I got
Dread.
them mixed
No.
up in my
Scuttle
mind
Cove
here.
is Scuttle Cove is
Yep.
the Red Fleet goes out of there sometimes, and I think maybe they place it at Savage when Savage Tide comes out, and we're nowhere near that yet. So yeah, it's really gross. You can see why this is pretty over the top when it comes to artistry. But a lot of stuff gets discussed here. And we got multiple, a Diabolist. I'm assuming that's in Book of Isle Darkness, the Diabolist.
Yep, it's one of the classes.
Right, Farshore is not. Right, Gary. Farshore is not evil oriented at all.
Exactly.
But
Yeah,
the
it's on the
Scuttle
Isle of
Cove
it was just me.
Is definitely
screwing it up here. So yeah.
There's a timeline of events that happens in this, and like you said, I believe it's a bunch of Yuan Ti running through Porphyry House, which is a house of ill repute, if I recall correctly. Yeah, as you can see, I'm probably going to get next. It's at least in a publication. Yeah, here she is, Tyra Landy, half fiend, half nymph. That is the same one. That is this person that I just showed. I'll put this up again real quick. I won't keep it up very long. That's her. That's her in this picture. Okay. Yep. So there was so in that adventure, obviously, she doesn't buy it. In fact, she's a useful NPC in future adventures too, I've been told. Yeah, the Paizo guys, this is their Gary, this is James Jacobs especially pushing the limits on here to see how far. And you can tell they pushed too far because they didn't go back to it. Right? They didn't do another adventure like this. They didn't really put out another thing as bad as over the top as the Book of Isle Darkness, right? Kind of that was it. Mm-hmm. So Tim, your thoughts?
It's probably a good idea not to.
Bracers of the Masochist. That's right up your alley. They do, Gary.
Sounds like it's right up your alley.
Gary, that's true. And at the beginning of this adventure, it tells you it's not placed specifically in Greyhawk. You need to place it. So I think between this time frame and Savage Tide, they finally place it. But right now, it's generically placed. It just gives you recommendations for where to put Scuttle Cove, which is kind of interesting at the beginning of this adventure. So, and look, we have a lot of new feats here. Tattoo magic item. Hey, we already have tattoo magic. That's interesting. So there's some new feats. There's the Porphyry House of Ill Repute. Yeah, the Book of Erotic Fantasy, Lando, I have that somewhere, but that's before this, isn't it?
That's I think it's back in the early days of AT&T. I've never read it. I think I've seen a copy of it at a convention or something back in the day, but that's about it. So yeah.
There's Yuan Ti purebloods and all sorts of Yuan Ti roaming through there. As you can see from the picture from the adventure, it's just a massive slaughter in here. And the orgy hall, this is really
it's getting it gets
a little bit unnecessary. I mean, they're great to have if you want them to make you a bad guy, but to have it be like your little campaign setting you're running is
torture chambers and stuff.
You're just opening up opportunities for people to make bad decisions.
Yep. That's a special guardian.
And ended up being the story of any players, any games you ever quit or threw out.
Right.
That's what you get.
That is a half green dragon, huge viper. That's what that is.
Oh, I thought it was Demogorgon.
No, I think that's this thing. Advanced fiendish half green dragon, huge viper. Wow,
okay,
that's a mouthful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, man, that is Demogorgon. Okay.
Yeah. It's. I remember Demogorgon was illustrated. That was one of the incarnations of Demogorgon in several monster books. Yep. I remember that illustration.
This is pretty
very similar.
Yeah, pretty gross here. Half blood Yuan Ti, thrall of Demogorgon mix, whatever that is.
But that's 3E. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the 3E.
It was the biggest stat blocks in D&D history in this, but they were what I liked about they were overly complex, but what I liked about it was the first edition of D&D, you can run a monster completely from the stat blocks. You
Right.
didn't have to have any background information or stuff like that. It told you the whole story in one stat block.
I'll give James and Eric credit. James pushed it and Eric allowed it to see what would happen.
Well, we have to, just like we do with Beck's old stuff back from the early days in the 70s and early 80s and stuff. It was a part of the times. These was also part of the times, and those were years when I think people that are born after this probably don't realize those were very liberal times. So that was the end of a liberal decade, so to speak. So it was, a lot of things were allowed, and you could push the envelope a lot more than now. We're living in more different times, so to speak, for good and for bad. Yeah.
If she enhances the demon's breath drug with a sacrificial orgy, the enhanced drugs vapor spread out to prefer house. Yeah, so you got to stop something that Demogorgon in there. It's kind of nasty. There's another new demon in here, or Lath. I don't know what that is, but there you go, another demon. So pretty interesting from that one. And I commend them for at least trying, right? I don't think there's anything in this polyhedron either. Let me check. That is Greyhawk. We got some coming up that are, but I don't think it's this one either. Scan. Yeah, that's all weapon stuff. No. All right, that's through 95. All right. Cool. Hey, Lo. Yeah. Yeah, I think that was, I think that image was that dragon, actually, but I could be wrong there. It's all right, Gabbin. It's not a big deal.
They might have reused something that, yeah.
I think that's what happened there. All right.
Yep. So that is perfectly possible. Yeah.
96.
I got distracted. I had to look up Defilade just to make sure.
So if we go too far ahead there, 96. 96 has Beyond a Great Adventure. This is a great adventure. Yes, this next one coming up.
I like the illustration on the front page.
Yes,
there's like
there's a whole entire adventure path, just an adventure in here about gladiators. Do you like movies about gladiators?
Well, I like the Russell Crowe one, and yes, I like that one. That was especially the first battle is the best in the whole. It starts out the best.
Oh yeah, with the Germans.
Oh yeah, when they fight the Celts, that is a fantastic. Those battle scenes, I think, are some of the best in movie history. I love that. Yeah. It has the scale and the kind of the really as a fantasy battle. So look at it and rejoice, so to speak. It's some movie history.
97,
96.
Late 90s, mid late 90s. Yeah.
This one's 96. This is January, February 2003.
I think it was. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly which year that movie came out, but especially now I'm getting on the tangent here, but I can't resist. I love the comments when those two leaders of the Roman legion there, when they say, when do people understand they're conquered, so to speak? It's that one. It's kind of that is the, and they say no when the negotiator or the one that comes, they said exactly without a head, and they say and then they say, damn, he says no, and don't people understand when they're conquered? And that is like that comment is like, damn, it's so good. Yeah.
Like, when he does the speech before they do the charge.
Yeah.
What we do in this world echoes in eternity.
And see you in Elysium, and yep. So I just it's so epic. It's fantastic. It's filmed so super cool. So if you want inspiration for a fantasy battle, watch the first 20 or half hour of that movie, and watch the rest of it too. And make sure you get the editor's cut, because it's probably 5 minutes longer in that one. So it's great. Yeah.
I have all these on my hard drive in PDF. These should not be that hard to find somewhere on the internet.
Oh yeah, there's a site called archive.org or something like that. That seems to be, that has them open, so you can just It's
So
been there for years, for decades now, since they came out.
I
Yeah.
want to check this one because it talks about cultish and groups, but this may not be Greyhawk. This may be going Forgotten Realms. So we're going to take a look at that one too. But Beyond the Light of Reason here, this is the big one from that's on number 96. I think that's the only one from here. I ran that, and this is number 469. Most of these, like when these came out, I almost immediately I was like, "Wow, this is great," and I'm going to run it. So I ran that one there. Let me just check look 69, see if there's any others. I'm sorry, 96 because I got them all linked in. Nope, that's the only one. Beyond the Light of Reason. Okay, and that one. All right. So we start out going here, and that one may not be Greyhawk. I may have just converted that one. This is a weird critical threat. It's
Duchy of 10.
Yeah. What? Which one? Beyond the Light of Reason?
Yeah.
Yeah. I moved it.
Oh.
I hate the Duchy of 10. Just because
it's on the wrong side of the map. You can't.
Well, exactly. Plus, they just did awful things to it. Cold storage.
It's not 10's fault.
Yeah.
Cold storage.
Yeah, this is it's just an ambush setup. I mean, I love these ideas that they did to do this. And
Cold storage sounds right up my alley.
This is a frost giant, and they Norse god Thrym. Let me blow this up a little bit. So they're using Norse mythology here. So, all right. Cool pictures. That's a neat picture. That's a no wonders computer game. Hollow Threats. I don't think this one. Grubby Stinkhorn though. You gotta love that name for a halfling. Grubby Stinkhorn. I mean that sounds just right up the alley for stuff that we would do back in the day.
It's a halfling that lives on the other side of the tracks.
Exactly. That's just great.
Oh, the Stinkhorns. They've been in trouble these past couple days.
Oh, this is the one where they're inside a dragon turtle that's dead. The orcs. It's kind of silly, but hey, whatever. Yeah, meeting Grubby. Oh God. Yeah, that's that one. I remember that. All right, let's keep on going here. Provincial Prior Cause. This is also not Greyhawk. Soldiers of the Sun. I think it's neutrally Calumet. Where's Calumet? No, backwater region of Caledon. That's Forgotten Realms, isn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't sound Greyhawk to me.
Yeah.
So,
it's historical. Thank you, Gabriel. It's an historical adventure. Thank you. Thank you very much for.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
What's the era? King Philip. Oh,
Aquitaine.
Aquitaine. All right. Thank you. So they were doing some of those. Historical D&D. Interesting that they were doing that
in it. Yeah.
during this era. That's really interesting. Okay. That's just books. All right.
Yeah.
This is Pandemonium in the Veins. This is a gladiator. I'm too big here. This is a gladiator D&D adventure. So it's a whole, going up through the realms of, surviving as a gladiator. I believe this Bustling Bazaar, there's no Greyhawk references at all in this. It doesn't mean you couldn't put it somewhere at all, but I have a feeling that there's going to be a slave aspect to this. I didn't go through it too much. So, I don't know if that's a great issue of Robin.
You just put it in an island off the coast of the Pomars where people can go for their vacations to the shady places.
That's a good idea.
See the games, the illegal games in the civilized realm, so they can go
to the arena floor set here. So this is definitely and this is long. This goes a long time for this that they just keep on going and going and going on in this event and this dungeon. Look, what is that? Black ooze? Black pudding? Gray ooze? Oh, what the heck that is. Yeah. So there's events. There's just continuous events, one after another. Long one.
How hard could that be?
Yeah. That looks like an owlbear. That's a Gorolin and an crazed owlbear.
You basically have to fight half the monster manual.
Yeah, it looks like it.
This one. Yep.
All right. Here we go. Beyond the Light of Reason. Really cool artwork. This is Greyhawk. Hey, Dead Sky, good to see you. Yeah.
Hello.
So, Rutherton is a small village located on the north border of the Duchy of 10. This could be our first Anna placement if it's not there already.
Yeah, I was just going to say it
Let me
might
bring up
be.
the map and take a look.
That
Yeah.
town name sounds familiar. I don't know why.
I was just going to sounds familiar to me too. Let's see here. Northern border of 10, you
In
said.
the northern, I don't see a Rutherton anywhere.
Rutherton is there. Yep.
Where is it?
North of northeast
North
of
border of the
Nevin.
Duchy of 10.
Nevin, yeah. It's one of these that it's not on your map.
Oh, okay. So you
Yours is
where'd
too
you at it?
close.
Here? Up here?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Rutherton.
Then you must
Yep.
have done that recently.
Yeah, yeah, that's why I remember the name.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, there we go.
Yeah, it's right up against the mountains, based on the other artwork in
All right.
there.
Yeah, your map is like 3 years old now, so it's getting old.
Yeah, because but there's like hundreds of updates though, man, and merging them
Yeah,
together is going to be a
that's why we have
nightmare.
to yeah, it's a
Thanks,
nightmare.
Mike. It was a great game, wasn't it? It was. I could have killed a lot of characters, but I didn't. I mean, it's not fun. I could have killed Jimmy Yangling. I could have killed Anna 7 times. I didn't want to do that. I mean, Imri and Kyanthi. We had fun. That was good. It was a great time. All right. So
Why would you want to kill Jimmy?
Because he went in that room by himself against Johnny. Jimmy against Johnny. Yeah. 13th level characters.
It was a bad idea.
It was a bad idea, which made it even more fun. This is cool. I think nice map here running up into. I know that's probably helped you with placement too.
Not really.
No. Okay.
Because I would have placed it way closer. So now I now see this map here. I probably need to move it north. So I'm going to make a note of that.
Okay.
Yep.
Like I said, I ran this one. This is number 469, and I'm almost positive I moved this.
Super high level.
I moved this to. I'm going to say I inverted it and I put it in the Valley of the High Folk. I'm thinking because there are some human half-elven communities up there. I'm thinking that's what I did on this one, and did it into the Yatils because I'm a meanie. I'm almost positive. This map looks very familiar to a lot of other maps that have been done. This looks familiar to the map with underneath Narwhal, that adventure. So the cartography is very similar, but it's pretty nice underground rough hewn. Yes, Johnny, won't you come on? Sweep the leg. I didn't say that either. I didn't say sweep the leg, Johnny. I should have. I missed one.
Sweep the leg.
I missed one. Grimlocks, your favorites. Look, and they got stats. Grimlock Barbarians, Grimlock Fighters. They're souped up, Tim. That's awesome. Those blind creatures. Yep. Lots of Grimlocks in this. But see, for a 13th level character should be able to handle Grimlocks no problem. But, that's the main baddie. There's an Aboleth in here too. That makes it cool, right? Yep. There's an Aboleth. And Scum as well, which serve Aboleths if you know about Scum. Yeah, there's the temple interior. Bunch of ogres. I forget who she is chained up. Is she the Khitan? Or she may be the Khitan impersonating a female. I remember this is the first time. She's a half fiend, half harpy. Of course. This is the first. I remember now. This is the first time we did not know what a Khitan was. Because I'm 1E2E and there's no such thing, right? And I was like, what the heck is this thing? And then I find out it's a chain demon, right? And we didn't have any idea. I'm almost positive that's this adventure. Yeah, scums are really gross. Bunch of specters. So this ramps up to a 13th level. And there's a lich. In fact, Anna, I don't remember our lich adventure. I don't know if we mentioned this one. Varganen. Here's a lich right here. And this looks like a clerical lich. Yeah, Or is it mage? Clerical. So, appearance of Argon should present a challenge.
Yeah, thank you, Gabriel. Yeah, they're in Wild Darkness, Book of
There.
Wild
Okay, cool.
Darkness. Yeah.
It also has a named
Econs.
dragon. I missed the named dragon in here. I skipped right by it. Is that it? No. Oh, that's this mace. Who has this? I know someone has this mace, Salenthine, and whoever has that mace, that's how I know what group did it.
Okay.
Was it the heavy mace?
I think I know which group did it.
It's like a two-handed mace.
Yeah, I think I know now. Palor's Pyre. So, yeah. Where's that Lich at? This is in Duchy of 10, placed. So at the Vargren is the one doing the ritual. And yes. So that's Beyond the Light of Reason. Placed within the last 3 years, Anna has placed the town of Rutherton on the map. This is an ancient temple of Palor that's been taken over by a Lich of Nerol, basically. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
A Lich of Nerol.
Yeah, and also with an Aboleth in here too, which
They always ruin everything.
They ruin yes. Why are you gonna do that? So and that is this. Let me see if there's a polyhedron attachment on this one. Yep. I don't think there's any. No. Reveal Monty Cook's Player's Handbook D20 system. All right. That's number 96. So so far, we've gone over some interesting things. Anything you've seen, Tim, that you're going to utilize? Oh, I know. You're going to utilize that freaking the mummy and the imp, aren't you? You like those? The critical threats?
I like the I like the mummy, but I have several things like that. The wings.
Yeah, we've done 94, 95, and 96 tonight. We got at least three more to go. So Anna, your thoughts so far on these?
I think it's good. There's some little details and stuff that I need to look over and go over. And I missed that map of Rutherton.
So you can actually place it a little closer then to the
maybe
hills.
because the mountains are there. So I just need to push it up against a bit more.
Awesome.
Yep. So that's good. And they look like a tiny village with a huge square in the middle, so which is kind of interesting the way they did it.
So we may discuss that village Wednesday night.
Yeah.
When we discuss for the week villages and towns of Greyhawk on Wednesday to start off next week. Yep. All right. That'll be Legends of Lore. All right, let's get up number 97. We're getting into the depths of some things that now are like, whoa, this is cool. Even here we go. Look at this. What is that? What is a Shackled City adventure path? Guess we're gonna find out, aren't we?
Oh.
This starts at Dungeon 97. Yeah. So you run that, darling? Did you run this? Shackled City adventure path. And Zolix is in here too, and that's another one.
Yikes.
Very cool. There's a Greyhawk adventure in here. Oh, you're pumped at the Beholder? Cool. There's a Greyhawk adventure in here that pains me as much as Doom Grinder does. We're going to discuss Hearts of the Iron.
Wow, that's a lot of pain, Jay.
I saw this, and I was like, I can't.
Did it make you want to hurt
I'm trying to
yourself?
wipe this one from my mind. All right, so let's take a look. We got 3 that are Greyhawk in here, at least. Critical Threat, Zolix, Heart of the Iron Guard, Life's Bizarre are all Greyhawk. Blind Man's Bluff is my running was number 462. I don't know if it's Greyhawk or not, but I think it is. So I think they're all Greyhawk.
Well, it's a sidetrack, so it could be anywhere, right?
Yeah, but I think it's placed in Greyhawk. Let's take a look.
Dwarves in trouble.
A good balanced classes. It says the adventure uses the white template printed in Dragon 300, so I liked it already because of that. Illithids find Edtons with two similar brains, a delicacy. A small cult of illithids lives near the surface. Now, this is generic, I believe. But once again, it's talking about the Underdark. I'm like, I can place this anywhere in my Underdark entries. And there you go. Yeah, undead white templated Ettins, perfect. So, and there's also Grimlocks in this one too. There's Grimlocks all over the place now in these adventures. All right, so you got some Grimlocks in here, and I placed. Once again, it's before I could tell what a group I did, but here's another generic. You don't know anything about where you could place this one almost anywhere with hills and forests. So yeah. All right. This is right up everyone's alley. There you go, darling. Zolix. This is a beholder. In the Horn Society, Anna.
Yeah.
Okay.
Zolix, known to the Ernstmen as the Sagacious One, hatched long ago in the area now claimed by the Horn Society. The Hierarchs altered the few beholders they caught in the region in an effort to improve them through training and indoctrination. Zolix was their only success. They taught him two things believed to be utterly lacking in the species: obedience and fear. So he's got a rogue assigned to him as well. Oh, hey, Tarlok. Yeah, exactly, Mitch. Undead Edwin from the last one. So, PCs might interact with Zolix or his informants in their travels through the county of Ernst. So he must be out there causing trouble. By the way, this is by Robert Harris. I do not know him. Does anyone know who he is?
No. Nope.
So, yep. Also, it says Radagast City. They might even develop a mutually beneficial relationship with a renegade beholder. So there you go.
Yeah,
this is
cool.
A beholder that is out on its own. It says here he escaped. He turned on his masters and then escaped and settled in Radagast City in the county of Ernst. Beautiful. There you go.
I'm thinking it might be something from Flesh-Shriver experiments, or it might be older from Castle Dalvier or something like that. There are some.
They were going to make them undead.
Yeah, some nasty places up there. Yeah.
So you have some. He's got an amulet proof, so you can't find them.
Beholders are people too.
Yeah, exactly. It's just. But here you go. Here's a named beholder in Greyhawk. There's not many of them. Normally, beholders are just
named
monsters.
Replaced. Yep.
Yeah.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
I will try and get through this next one.
Might be true everywhere except in Greyhawk, Tim. Yep.
Oh God, here we go. Heart of the Iron God. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be. Adventure for 13th level characters. Thousands of years ago, the god Heronius aided his followers in the construction of a massive iron guardian known as the Colossus.
Yes.
185-foot tall statue created to defend the land from evil and malice.
Yes, it's the super battle mech.
It's a fantasy battle mech.
Yes. And there's Erythnol working against here. Gary, I agree. This is like Doom Grinder level for me on this one.
When can we get one?
I don't like it.
I hate to say it, but wow.
Yeah. Oh,
Jay, when can we get one?
No.
Fencing's been building one.
So here, I hate to do this because it's just everyone puts in their work, and I appreciate people work, but this gives is 100. However many. I hit a wrong button there a couple times. Those are all as many just knows as I can.
Why?
Yeah, Mike, you could use this to stop the Doom Grinder. You're dead on, Mike. That's exactly right.
We can combine the two and get rid of both. Yeah.
Here's what bugs me. You could make an iron golem and just design it with chambers within that the guy sits in and controls.
An iron golem is 1/15 the size of this.
Yeah. Well, the scale is ridiculous.
I know. But it made it into Dungeon Magazine, Gary. That's all I'm saying. Okay, there you go. So, Yeah, how can you go exactly? I'm just. Hey, here it is. We're gonna. There it is. Oh
Didn't
my.
you see the Iron Giant cartoon movie?
Okay, but yes, but that doesn't go in Greyhawk. Not in
Oh,
our Greyhawk.
that's where he
Hey,
came
if you want
from.
to put this in Planescape or Spelljammer or anyway, right? This is
It's so
bigger than
big you'd have to build
Talos.
it. You'd have to build it in gray space, right? Because it wouldn't be able to.
Right.
It's too heavy. Just to...
Talos is 3 times the size of an Iron Golem. So at the most, Talos, the legendary Greek that this Greyhawk placed, is 60 feet tall. This is 185 feet tall. So, and that makes sense. That makes sense. It just, but let me see.
How do they do the metal work on it?
I don't care. I don't know.
Forge welding is tough to do.
But here's the thing. There is a duplicate of Morning Canaan. That is a picture of Morning Canaan.
Mhm.
But that's not Morning Canaan.
Oh, okay.
Okay? That is, where is he?
Ming the Merciless.
Oh God! That's Zentarich, the main antithesis in this. And look, he's got he's going to steal
He's
the
Ming the
Iron
Merciless
Colossus, but it
from
is Morning Canaan's
Flash
picture.
Gordon.
So someone was tooting on the smoking here. A Teresk is not 185 feet tall. A Teresk on its hind legs is probably at most 30 feet tall. It's not that big, Rob.
Which is tall enough.
Yeah. So, so we found something we all agree it's better left in this book. All right. I'm sorry.
I'm running it.
Yeah. You can run it. I'm not playing it.
Dervilli is going to run into this.
Oh my gosh. Look at it. There you go. Life's Bizarre by Chris Perkins. This is the start of the Shackled City, Cauldron, which gets retconned in the Greyhawk. When does it get retconned in the Greyhawk? Is it, Anna?
I think it's when they put together a book. I have the book, so to speak.
You have that orange book?
Oh yeah, it's like they came out like yearly. They put together a couple of years. They had put together like
That's awesome,
yearly
like-
dungeon hardcovers, and the Shackled City was, I think, the first hardcover, and maybe it's in that book, but I think it was in that era, so to speak. That's why I ordered the book, and I got the book of Shackled City. So yeah.
How would you know it's part of the Shackled City?
Well, this is how you're going to know. This is the first adventure.
Yeah,
and it'll
it
go
says
in.
so.
Life's Bizarre is the first module in an Adventure Pass series spanning several issues of Dungeon Magazine. This Dungeon and Dragons Adventures is done for 4 player characters of first level. They started out. This is the first. All right, so Tim, during the Paizo Hawk era, there's 3 adventure paths. This Shackled City's first. Age of Worms is second. Savage Tide is third. This one technically isn't Greyhawk, but it retcons into Greyhawk after the fact, and this is where it gets placed.
Yep.
Cauldron. Here it is. South of Sassarine.
Yep, up in the mountains there. Yep.
Right, I just didn't see Shackled City reference in there. That's all.
Yeah, it's okay, but just note that this is the first one of the Shackled City series, which is kind of cool that we get to discuss it. And here we are only at number 97. All right, and this is by Chris Perkins, who's still at WotC. Still there.
Cauldron's interesting.
Yep. Okay. So this is long. Now I want to show you some cool things that are here. Here's Cauldron itself. Cauldron is built into a volcano, a dormant volcano, which is I think
very dangerous.
I think it erupts at the end, and if I remember correctly, I've only read it. I never played it as usual, but yeah.
Yeah. And look, Clark is saying Cuthbert. So there's a lot going on here. Campaign seed Lord Valantru. So there's out there. Cauldron for the people who absolutely must use Dragonborn. Well, there you go, Gary. Good to know that that's where they hang out in the world here. What?
Yeah. But I think it's kind of sad that, or I think it's kind of not really Greyhawk. If Cuthbertians, do they hang out down there? To me, it seems like out of place.
Well, I don't. Cuthbertians like to preach, anywhere.
Yeah, you might get it. Yeah, that's true. But it seems like way beyond their stomping grounds. But they
Yeah.
might like be like others, like you said. They send out missionaries in every direction, maybe. So yeah.
Has anyone who's watching done Shackled City? Let us know, and please tell us in chat.
Yeah.
Skulks, Dark Creepers, perfect. Love that stuff. Love it. All right, and there's chapters that you go through here. I mean, that's in. I guess that's inside. I understand the concept behind putting it in there. I mean, so pretty neat.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I think it will be cooler with Olmen and other
Yep.
gods from other parts of, not the ones we normally have, so to speak.
Yeah, Gary. Just it's talking about here. Look, the 2-story Church of St. Cuthbert is white marble walls here. So, within law lives hope. That's nice terminology there.
Yeah, it
So,
sounds Cuthbertian, so to speak.
and it's a big part of this Shackled City. That it looks like with a campaign seed.
Okay. Yeah.
Should have used. You're probably correct. You probably should have, Gary. I agree. Would have made
I
sense.
think Sewell or Olmen or
Look, you got Farling in here too.
Yeah.
So this goes on for a long time. There's chapter 2. This is first level. This is your starting off your characters. This is how they do the adventure pathing. Start at first and go all the way, in some instances, up to 20th. There's a player's map handout. Now, runes, which is cool. There's a lot of detail to this.
Yeah. They have an auto.
Ouija, I would have cleaned the place up. Ouija. That's good. I don't. Here's the sad thing. I don't know anyone who's run it. Anyone. I think Age of Worms really caught on. This just wasn't the wow, right? But Age of Worms was when it really happened. We'll get there. We're going to get there in these discussions with Age of Worms. And in fact, when Age of Worms comes, I think I'm going to have Rick Miller come on those too and help, because I know he's really loves that stuff. So I think we'll have Rick come on and help us with that. But we're way off from Age of Worms still. And look at how long this thing is. And this is a first level adventure.
You're going to see like the pulverizer.
This is
there. Look at that. An automaton.
So, yeah, and maybe if you run it, you should you can retcon and change the deities too for that area.
Keep going. There's another map that's cool.
Look at this. I mean, this is long.
It has a cool name too.
Wow, Malachite Fortress.
Yeah. Keep going. Yeah. You'll see it. It's
to the Underdark, which makes sense down there too. That's nice.
The Malachite Fortress.
So note this: this is not a one-night adventure. This is a setting that you're to develop and run through. I mean, it is a huge setting of Cauldron. Now
it looks like a campaign setting.
Look at this. Someone took an ogre, polymorphed an Adiug into an ogre. That's kind of disturbing. That's a great idea, though. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but someone did. The book that collects Cauldron and mentions a single volume is gorgeous. Too bad the other 2 paths didn't get that. Well, you know why, Gary? That book is like a pristine condition Cauldron book now on eBay is over $200. It's expensive.
If you polymorph other into an animal or something, there's a significant chance over time their mind will switch to the thing you polymorphed him into, which means if it's an Odiug and you polymorph him to ogre, he'll get smarter.
Yeah, but I thought it was only at the beginning of the polymorph, and it doesn't change.
But they keep
time.
their hit die though, right? So it actually,
it's just crazy.
You make a
look. This thing is still going. This thing's like. Yeah, I'm assuming you got a slave trade down here too, and that's what that picture's about. Yep, Slave Bazaar. Always a spot do you want to go there? Male, half dwarf, half troll. Boom. Nice.
The mongrels.
Yeah, mongrels are orcs.
Or are they?
Yeah, well. So it's still going. The end is the beginning. This is all first level. I mean, my gosh. All right, that's the end of it here. All right, so what's it say here? All the adventures over, the campaign is just beginning. If your PCs haven't quite reached third level by the end of Life's Bazaar, run them through a short module like issue 92 Hollow Threats or scaled down version of Blind Man's Bluff in here, which
But
I
that
did.
much written adventure would be, even I would have reached, they would have reached third level even in my adventure if I ran it. So, yep.
All right, and this one is Demon
Yep.
Blade. I don't think this one's
Oh.
Greyhawk either. 16th level. I don't think this one is. Kingdom of Kesh in the town of Mandaron. I do not know where that is. Yeah, this one is not. It doesn't even. Oh, it's written to take place on the continent of Reginar. I guess that is someone's own campaign. Is that Dragonlance? Is there a continent of Reginar and I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Thanks for linking that, Gary. Yeah, I think it's someone's own campaign setting. High level though. All right. Pretty cool. That's a long one too. You got some very anime looking artwork in this too. Oh, it's a new prestige class.
Did you go to page 110 yet?
Yeah. Wait a minute. Did I pass it?
Yeah, look at the artwork there. Keep going.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, type 5.
Yes.
Hey, it's okay on the guest there. All right, and now we got, and now it's just an ad for. Sometimes they put polyhedrons in, sometimes they didn't. That's number 90. Was that 97? That was 97. Epic level. Yep, absolutely. Okay. Number 98. We're going to get a look into polyhedron in this one. Definitely. So.
Wow.
Yeah. Great artwork here. Look, on the flip side, Living Greyhawk, and that is in the polyhedron flip side that they put into this one. So we're going to get a nice look into that Les was talking about on Wednesday night. So here's one of those
Oh, we have
connections.
Hextorians. Ooh, that is awesome. We have a Hextorian on the front page.
Yep.
That's not that often. Might not be the most cool fantasy picture, but it's an Hextorian. Yeah, we have to take one little, even if we get
Trail Elderess, a warrior priestess of Hextor preparing for battle. And that's flood season.
She doesn't look like she's preparing for battle, but to be honest, but
yeah, I think she needs a little bit more armor.
Yeah, I was going to say we're part of the chainmail bikini era, so to speak. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's like
very much so. But yeah,
she's part of the second path of.
But she's the one that stays behind and do magic.
Hey, Anna, at least her right shoulder and right arm is armored.
Yeah, so she can.
So she's good.
Exactly.
And you're going to see.
I like the way she holds the. It doesn't look like she's preparing for battle. She looks like she's preparing for sacrificing someone at the ceremony or something like that. That's what I think she looks ready to do. So yeah, I'm sorry.
It's good. It's by James Jacobs. It's second, and it's the second in the Shackled City Adventure Path.
Why am I not surprised?
Well,
but he got a Hextorian in there, and I have to give him a lot of credit for that. So yeah.
So this adventure Gluttony, I ran number 597. All right. And then look, they actually have a whole polyhedron section here, which we'll get to. Living Greyhawk Bright Desert by Creighton Broadhurst.
That rings a bell.
Yeah, we just talked about the Bright Desert on Wednesday, and that's one of the two things that Les referred to. So I'm going to share that with you in here.
Yep.
All right, so this Gluttony adventure.
Yeah, Bent Metal has a cool comment. It's the battle of the zombie pig versus the zombie goats. I'll cheer for the zombie goats. Yep. Mm-hmm.
This is a Greyhawk adventure. It says 2 weeks ago, I like this. The great tsunami swept through the Azure Sea. So we have a disaster. It moved up through the immediate jungle, turned north up the Hell Furnaces, flew across the Sheldamore Valley, and finally dissipated across the northern reaches of the Lort Mill Mountains. That would have killed millions, right? But it was a storm, not a tsunami, but it was a storm. Okay, it wasn't because I can't even imagine. It says storm here, so they got to cut their terminology.
They used cool words.
Yes,
That was without really figuring out what they meant.
Yeah,
so to speak.
Bissell, another Bissell adventure. There's so many damn things placed in Bissell. Also, there's a cleric of Ouija in this. And look, here's your map, Anna. And
oh, that's another good one. So I've just found a monster in here, the harpoon spider.
Yes.
I'm going to take it.
No, this is the last of the ones in this discussions that I ran. I know I ran this one for a fact. Mm-hmm. So
I know that's what seems familiar. The description of they think it's a vampire, but it's something else.
Right, exactly. Stop the Ouija madness. It's everywhere.
Yeah, I like this map style. It's you can see it's kind of but I like the 3D effect. You get a good view of the terrain, so to speak. It's interesting. Yeah, has potential.
But there's no towns placed on here. Notice.
Oh, Pelak, exactly. But we have Thornward, Pelak, and stuff, and Shala River. So I'm definitely going to take a picture here. So I'll put that in there. Take a screenshot.
All right. Yeah. So you got some really gross. These things look like, what's the name of those interplanetary traveling multi-legged things that are in Treasures of Greyhawk? I have figures for them. I never use them. What are those things? It reminds me of one of those. What's that?
You don't mean the Roomvarax, right?
No. Oh, it's gonna drive me crazy.
Oh, yeah.
What are those? They're in Treasures of Greyhawk. That's what it reminds me of. Neoji, thank you, Anonson. Good job, the Neoji. Yeah, the Neoji nest. That's what that reminds me of, a Neoji. So I think that this is a Rast is the nasty thing in here.
Yeah, the Rast's lair. Yeah.
That's it.
Rasts.
Right? Yeah, and there's zombie pigs in here. There you go, Anna. Instead of zombie goats, we have zombie pigs.
Oh,
can you
okay.
Can you make bacon out of them anyway?
I don't know if I would do that, but you never know.
It might not be that chewy, or it might be chewy and not that easy to digest.
The Rasts, the Rasts are the nasty things here, and it talks about, the great storm could have flooded out deep caverns in nearby Lort Mills, forcing, it just says that you could have fun with a natural disaster in this adventure. This is, during that Living Greyhawk era where everyone must be obliterated at one point or another. So why not do it with a tsunami? But no, I didn't I just had a storm come through. But there you go. So that's a Greyhawk adventure. Alrighty. Wing, spike, and teeth. I think this is generically placed.
Non-urban, yeah. So.
It's on our side track. Yeah, I think, so it's a dire lion and a manicore in that one, if I recall. Yeah, and there's just a valley. This one's not placed specifically. Yes. Hey, Scarshak, nothing like the smell of zombie bacon in the morning. All right, and this is great artwork, right? Great artwork. It's got depth to it. It's just, look at the tattoos on this. This is 2003.
This is from the Shackled City.
Yep. Artwork is by Stephen Danielle. I don't know that. Peter Bergting and Scott Fisher. So we don't know which one did that one. And maybe on the cover who did that art in that description. But that's really cool. So this is Shackled City number 2. Okay. James Jacobs writing this. So this is the second James Jacobs adventure we've discussed today.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Now here it says 4 players of 4th level. When the other one said, well, if you didn't get to 3rd yet, you should run something. So it looks like this. The artwork is really good.
Yeah.
So as we scroll through this, my guess is those others were sidetracks because this is going to be so long too. Now there's this cauldron map. There's another map though. I know I saw it. Here it is.
Hmm.
This has everything on it in that area, and you can see how Anna took this map here.
I used, yeah. The problem is that it doesn't have, there are things that came with Sasserine later that was shoehorned in the same area. So you have to kind of merge the two. Yeah,
Okay.
because Sasserine and all that was not developed in this, it was not published. So Sasserine and all the inland came in after, so to speak, and that was added in too. So I had to kind of merge and put in Sasserine and all the stuff that came with that too. So
okay, and we can
so
see
you
that
have
from
to,
this.
yeah.
And
So you
there's
have
hook
to
faces
kind of,
there. That's just a
yeah.
reference point.
Yeah, so you have to kind of that's usually the problem, is that the things doesn't live by itself. It's in like Greyhawk, it needs to be inserted into. We have 50 years of stuff, almost like
Yeah.
we have 40 years or almost 50 something years. Meaning we have Greyhawk stuff that are as old as D&D itself. So that means that there's rarely something that exists in isolation.
Well, when you look at this, I mean, this is still a long distance still. It's not like it's, 10 miles apart, which is good. I mean, and to have some overlap is not a bad thing in this case, but
Just that some people always complain, like, oh, they look at this map and say, what the heck is that coming from? Because it was not on this map. But the problem is that Sasserine covered an area, not only the city, but it describes things way out in and so on. So you can, yeah, so there is always overlap, so to speak, and a little bit of conflicts and stuff in there.
I want to ask this. Anyone else who had this, was this like the final determining point? This just made the most sense right here? Anna,
I'm not sure really why it was set in this region to begin with, but I think it was because they didn't want to put it in. My sense is that they chose an area out that was never developed before.
Okay.
That Pisahawk that they can make their own, so to speak. So that's my guess. But we have to ask Eric or James something coming. But I think it was. I think we touched on this in one of the earlier when we had Eric and James something here that it was an area that was not developed, so to speak. So they could
that way you
play
don't bump
around
in,
with
you
this.
don't bump into something that somebody already made or
Right.
Yeah, exactly. It was basically a white piece of map, so to speak. There was nothing here. So yeah. And it's kind of cool. You develop an area that doesn't have anything and you make something out of it. It's the way you're supposed to do it, I think. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah. And then it's done in two adventure paths, both the Shackled City and then later the Savage Tide. Yeah.
Which is all over the place.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, Savage Tide is really a road movie going to the ocean, so to speak. So it's like a road movie set at sea. Yeah.
So yeah, it tells you that it's Cauldron's fully detailed in Life's Bizarre. So you have that. Here's the Gabbin Triad. Now that I've heard of before, and that's a cult of right. It's multiple deities, right? Correct. It's Erethnal, Vecna, and Hector all working together. Or are
I'm not sure. I can't remember really. Yeah.
And operating through a group of heretics. Yeah, it's heretics from those three. Right. Okay. Yeah. There you go. And it
has the harpoon spider.
Yep.
And then we got
some rumors,
which is cool. Onset of Winter. I don't know if it's ever cold down there. The Lucky Monkey. That's interesting.
It has some cool maps for that too.
Does it? Oh yeah. Interesting. Okay, so we have an adventure here. Oh, look at that. A baboon dude. Or is that a demon? I don't even know what that is. Oh, there it is. Hill baboons. They're advanced. They're more advanced than Lossels. Hey, that's good.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, look at this name. Tongue Eater. Male half-orc were-baboon. Oh,
that's what I was thinking. I feel it looked like a were thing.
That's probably him. All right, there we go.
I thought were creatures were human.
Okay, now later editions out of you can have others that are
Everybody can be aware.
yeah, later editions you can go out of it. All right, so there you go. So they're fighting baboons for the most part here. Interesting pick. Here's the Church of Ouija is here too. So as Gary says, Ouija is everywhere. Alrighty. Find the missing wands. I wish someone had done Kopru ruins. I saw that on the map too, right? So here's Kopru. Eder caps, all sorts of things. I wish someone in the in our group had done this. Why should just humans have all the fun? Yeah, exactly. Into the Kopru ruins. So I wonder what level it is when you're finished this. Yeah, this is, once again, look at how long this is. Mudslide. That's
Yeah.
new. A mudslide. Huh. I'm just... Does that say Skaven?
That's their name. It's somebody's given name, right?
I think Skaven's, yeah.
Oh, well, they're cast by Skaven. Okay, I was going to say, wow,
Yeah.
they took that right from...
Yeah, I caught my eye too. I was like, oh.
He's a Skaven Umbermead, male halfling.
Coming from where?
Warhammer.
That's a
Oh,
race.
okay.
Yeah, Skavens are ratmen or...
Ah.
Yeah, they're very nasty.
Yeah.
Always looking for warpstone.
Because they eat it, and then they
They
get
get
mutations. Because they like to be mutated.
They have like flintlock muskets that shoot bits of warpstone, so if it hits you, it'll mutate you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
It's horrible.
The Wonders of Warhammer. All right, this is wow. Look at how long this is. Another one.
Yeah, this is not an adventure. This is a
Path.
season.
Let me see if it tells you how long. As well as Cord, Paler, and Ouija, no Clark's Ouija respond. All right. Concluding. Well, this adventure should take. So that's 2 adventures. 6th. That's how long these are. So you got
It's not really one. It's not really 2 adventures. They're
Right,
2
it's-
like
Right. So a whole bunch of series of adventures in this. Exactly. Wow. So that's already with 2 publications and 2 dungeons, you're going to get your characters up from 1st to 6th with maybe some fillers here and there. So, sorry, Gary. There's your harpoon spider.
and it's nasty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's got fangs that can shoot fangs out like harpoons.
I never heard of either.
They speak undercommon, so they're smart.
All right, so they're Underdark.
Which is but they speak undercommon, which means they're smart, which makes them way more dangerous than just a spider.
Huh.
I mean, do we really want to fight with animals that are so smart they can
But
actually
you can also
speak?
look Appendix 2, Tim. You can create a were-baboon. There we go. That's awesome. So, here comes your web enhancement. They start doing these web, which is really great. They did these all throughout Age of Worms, which are fantastic. They give you a whole section that just is an attachment to it that was only on the web. This one, I have it attached in this with all sorts of different notations and stats. You can pull it right off, and this is the beginning of using digital to assist you. And I thought it was a great idea. So, yep, where you can just download it in a PDF for the adventure.
That was a new thing back then.
Yeah,
It was a novelty in 2002, 3 or something like it was.
absolutely.
It had been around that long, and computers were not much more powerful than this was the maximum. A lot of computers could view, so you had to print it often. But it was Paizo could distribute it without cost of distributing it.
So now polyhedron. We're going to go, and there's a great article in here. I wish I had known about this. I didn't. And we did look, and is that Stephen Randy McFarlane? It is. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at Stephen. He looks really happy there, doesn't he? David
think
Christ.
he always looks happy.
Andy Collins. Wow. There's David Christ. I don't know Henry Lopez. Living City, Ryan Dancy helps campaign coordinator Honcho at the Living City Artifacts Center.
Cool.
That's pretty cool. Here we go.
Yeah.
Let me find it. Let me scroll through. Hopefully I don't get Gary too sick here. But this is important. Why it's in this section, I don't know. Why it wasn't. Here it is. Into the Bright Desert, Living Greyhawk. It's too bad we didn't have this for Wednesday, Anna.
Yeah.
So this is Creighton Broadhurst with special thanks to Stuart and Paul. And this is going to go over detail a lot of stuff. I should have asked you guys about it. Oh my gosh. Well,
we had a lot of this.
Yeah, we did a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wish we would have known. We would have. Yeah, but so Les brought us up on this one and the one in 103.
But it's my fault. I have it, so we should.
98. This is Dungeon 98. This is in the polyhedron section. Okay. So and look, here's the map. Here's the map from the Rally the Trader. And then it's going to go over some details, flora, fauna, climate, all updated. This talks about bright blindness in here, which is cool. It talks about the different peoples.
Which issue of Polyhedron is that? Can you go back to see
it's
the
built
beginning?
into Dungeon 98.
Oh yeah, but it has a number because
does it?
Yeah, Polyhedron number blah blah.
Oh, I didn't know it had a number.
I think it had a issue number.
157.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So it's exciting that this is in here. Good artwork. Here's information about the Scorpion Crown, how to destroy the Scorpion Crown. Wow. Barry's military forces, the places of interest that are on the map, all updated from Rally the Trader to Living Greyhawk era.
Yep.
So, which is cool. So a lot of this, gets a huge reworking with more detail in it. And look, it tells you the scenarios as well. There's a scenario synopsis in here too, which is neat.
Mm-hmm.
This is all core, core 2, core 3. So, Avon, thank you. I wish I had. What the heck is a Norker? Oh, okay. Well, Norkers are in here too. So, and it's a lot of detail. You also have this. You also have news from the biggest D&D campaign in the world. You have news from 3.5. And it's only a page, but you get some stuff here where stuff's going to be and all, just, so pretty neat. And I think that's it in this one. Oh, you could get Echo was one Stephen wrote where it came up with Eleazar. Oh, okay. And you could get a Norker sidekick in one of the adventures.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's why it was
cool.
listed. That's
That is neat. All right,
They're
look
from
at this.
New York City.
Last one, as you can see, I timed this pretty well, Anna. We're on number 99.
Yeah.
99. Number 99. Okay. I forget which ones are. I think this one doesn't have any. And I said there was something in here. Wait a minute. Oh, that's the wrong one. 90. Oh, quadripartite is and there's a map of mystery in here. Okay. Okay. Yep. So we got a Ifrit or on the cover. Okay. There's also, now they're talking up here, they actually showing what's in the polyhedron section here now too, up top. Just two more. All right. So I thought, if you can get me the other number, the other one's number 103. I don't know which other one has more. So, Footloose was there, Josh. All right. go to critical threats. Colossus Crypt. This is just, it's kind of Egyptian feel to it. This is not Greyhawk based. Could be placed there though. See, they're actually giving you some ideas for placing an adventure. Fix. This is a choker, which is a really crazy monster. Which I got the figures for a couple of them in the plastic. Not set for Greyhawk specifically. I think this is set for Forgotten Realms because this gray render that it's partnered with is 30 hit die. That just feels like Forgotten Realms to me. But it does say Drow in here. So, okay, cool. Yeah, that's the next one I have on here that we will discuss in the future. Here's Quadripartite. Now, this one is Greyhawk. This adventure is set in the world 14th level characters. So this is high. And it is, once again, we're talking about Palor Obadiah in the role. Where is it set? I want to say Bissell too for some reason.
Okay.
Shibboleth, Grand March.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. Purchase the PCs while they're in Shibboleth on other business. So there you go. This one starts in the town Shibboleth and Grand March. Awesome. And this is a high level adventure at 14th. So I've never run this one. Here's does this give you anything, Anna? This map?
Not. I've looked at it, Shibboleth and Environs, but I should definitely look at it again.
All right, because you got the
read the whole
shrine
thing.
here.
Yeah, that might be
the
something.
black
I'm
obelisk. I
writing
think-
it down here. Yep.
Yeah, I think isn't the black obelisk on the map?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Okay.
So I looked at it once, but it could be worth looking at it
Okay.
again.
What am I doing here? Give me 1 second here. So okay. All right. Riddles. My guys are terrible at riddles, right, Tim?
What?
I didn't say you. I said the rest of them. Brass Tower, Striders. That's a fire newts. Yep, fire newts are in this. Lots of fire. 10th level cleric fire newts. So they're scaling up your fire newts here. And here's your Efreet, Hush Shurish. And you got a crypt here. Uh-oh. Is that a crypt thing? Is that a crypt thing or
things are
a
cool.
lich?
It looks more like a lich than a crypt.
Yeah, it does.
There's a
It's
ghost.
like it looks like the lich from the Dark Tower. A little bit.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Crypt of Kel'Varond. Kel'Varond was a high-ranking priest of Nerul whose cruelty and sadism were infamous in the lands around Ulick. He sacrificed thousands of innocent people to his Dark Lord before his fortress outside Havenhill, okay, there we go, we got a reference, was besieged by paladins of Heronius. Huh.
Why is he still alive? Or undead?
Dead people. Things never die. He's a lich.
That sounds
20
yeah.
no, cleric 12th in a roll. He's a lich, a roll lich. There you go. Another lich that was missed earlier, I think, in our lich discussion. So we got another lich adventure. I don't know. I may run this one.
What level is it?
14th. This got possibilities.
Yeah.
Huh. Is that for this adventure? Chariot feats?
Being pulled by mammoths.
Yeah. And let me see. If,
The slow chariot.
I'll say. Interesting. Okay. Slate Tundra. Am I in a different adventure that just merged into this? No, it's still quadripartite. Huh.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, a was that the one that advertised that was 5 adventures in one?
Oh, is that what is that what's happening here? You got to go different places here.
Oh
Yeah, look, yeah, squid attack out to sea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. There's like a sea druid, I think, in there.
Yeah, pseudo leviathan. Yeah. Okay. Wow. No, in the belly of the beast.
What could go wrong?
Yeah. My gosh. Yeah, maybe that's why I didn't run. I was like, this gets really, really over. And there's the black obelisk. So, thanks for the follow. Yeah, you're gonna take off that night. See, that's. Yeah. Oh, this guy does. Look at this dude. He's an alienist. What the heck's an alienist?
He alienates people with his mean behavior.
Yeah, might be.
Wow.
He's like the other Bill. He alienates people.
When Real and the minions are cast defeated, the only remaining issue is Tegas's plan to seal the primal anchor. Wow, this is that's pretty high level. The template is taken from Tome and Blood, a guidebook to wizards and sorcerers. Okay. Pseudo-natural creatures. So it is a template. Oh my gosh. So they got them in here anyway. Here's a map of mystery. The Githzerai Monastery. And this is a Temple of Baka map of mystery.
Oh, I need to have that for my specialty priest.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
So this is in here. So you got a pre-done Temple of Baka in here. What, for Pete and John? John?
For John.
Yeah. Oh, we got one. We got one made up here now. We know where to find it.
That's
it's in
right.
dungeon number 99. So, and here's Fish Story, which is also Greyhawk. It says here, in the world of Greyhawk, the setting is on a tributary of the Franz River. Where's that?
Fish Story. Okay, Franz River is in. That sounds Niron. Hang on a second here. The Franz River is over in.
Sounds German.
Yeah, it's between Niron and Ernst.
Okay.
That's the Franz River. What was the place? What was it called?
There's no town yet. So
Okay.
Niron and Ernst. So right here.
Yep, it's the river that.
Okay. So
Yep,
let's
the
see if we
Franz
can
River.
figure out where this one is. It says here. This is for levels 5. I don't see any. I'm looking here.
It's called Waterford, one little place, but it's only 4 houses, so you can be anywhere.
Yeah, in the world of Greyhawk, it's on a tributary of the Franz, so I don't think it's.
Yeah. And we don't have many tributaries of France detailed, so.
Yeah. So Waterford. There's Lakatha. So if there's Lakatha, it's got to be near a large. It can't be just on a river, then, right? It's got to be.
Yeah, there could be freshwater.
Okay.
Couldn't there?
Michael von Mokel,
Most
you know anything about
rivers
this
are
one?
freshwater, but
Yeah.
might be the occasional one that doesn't. But
Adam Jortner. All right.
Or they're in the river, but it's close to. Well, no.
So it sounds something about like they come in search of a fabled hidden laboratory of Kinarokrinia. A wizard native to this area is known for his ability to manipulate water. I guess. I mean, yeah, but it doesn't appear to. I mean, it's definitely. Hey, it's a Greyhawk adventure. It's just. It's not. It's somewhere in there. I guess you can place it wherever you so choose. Let's see if there's any other maps that help. Just Waterford. Yeah, you're right. There's not many buildings, so you can place it anywhere.
yeah,
Murky Pond is another location.
Yeah, they're definitely C.
It's got to be C. That's what I thought, but there's no C can it. Maybe
Yeah.
near Div.
It
But
could
near
be the
div is not
rare.
a C either.
Right.
They could be the rare freshwater kind.
Well, the adventure, the Lakatha returns to Waterford. All right. Not fully localized. You got it. I haven't. So, Mike, your task: figure out where this is, and then tell Anna.
Yep.
Let's see what else we got here.
Exactly.
That's it. Nope. We got no other extra polyhedron stuff in this. We got dungeon dressing here, which is pre 3D print era. So, look at that. Awesome. What's a good spot for Greyhawk campaign that does not get much love? Oh my gosh. I don't know if that's a good. The question in reverse, I would say, is where do you want to play? That's what I would say. What area do you like? Because I'm going to tell you, wherever you go, there's room. Torlock. So say, you know what? I want to go into Furiandi. Look at there's room everywhere. You can set stuff up.
It's more like, yeah, what style of adventure do you want to have,
Exactly.
and what type of villains
Yeah.
do you want to play with and stuff, and what kind of general environment. But I like the question though, because there are, and I'm use the same example I often use, like Mike Bridges. He took Ull and made it into his little corner of the setting, and there's still areas where you can be the one that have developed more content than anybody else, so to speak. There are cool places to develop. So yeah. So but
they're all over the place though. That's the thing.
yeah, and 10 I would say is another area. Medigia starting to get some love lately. I've seen some developments of the Medigia. Otherwise that would, but the whole east coast of of the Grey Kingdom needs a lot of place, like Unsi, Roland, Real Astra, lots of these areas. The whole coast, meaning you have 2,000 miles of coast that barely has anything detailed. So there is plenty of chance to go in there. And you have several big cities and stuff. Winetha barely has anything in detail. And Roland, Unsi, and stuff. They are ripe for development, so to speak, and rich general history to fall back on, so to speak, but not much detail at all. And they're kind of central to the setting, and then was kind of mainly forgotten.
Okay.
And also the area that ties in the Rossies area and like Granwood, the area and the whole North Province is full of ripe for development too. There's a lot of room there for improvement.
So it's a question that we will we've always talked about. We always go back and we always do a Gabbin and
yeah, we've done it several times, similar shows too. So yeah. So but I like the question, but it's hard to. It needs to. You need to follow up, so to speak. Meaning, what do you want to run, so to speak? Yeah, what type of adventure?
That's cool, Lando. You're gonna be doing all for Greg Reborn.
Yeah.
So with that. Oh man, did I just change my transition? I changed my transitions. I hit a wrong button. I hit a button and my transition just went to
like Batman.
Yeah.
Don't test it again. So
I hit something and did you see that?
Yeah, you hit something. Yeah, wrong button.
Yeah, somehow I clicked on it twice, but I think I fixed it right there. All right, so we got through 99, which is cool. And note, we will go back to this again, maybe as early as 2 weeks. Just depends on the way things fall. There's a ton going on. We're going to be getting more into this Shackled series, Shackled City series, and then into Age of Worms. And there's going to be all sorts of other adventures going to be discussed coming up in this glory era of Paizo Hawk. And I think that's when we'll probably get near the end, is when we get the ending of that Paizo Hawk era. So the info near Harvey is. Well, that's true, Rob, but I've already merged them together. And My Harvey is a mix of both. So if yep. Yeah, we just Francis, we just did the first two with Shackled City discussions from number 97 and 98. Now there wasn't one in 99, so they skipped, which is. But all right, so what do we have going on? Lots. Next 2 weeks, 9 streams in the next 2 weeks, including one of Tim's. Tim, what's going on?
Well, on the 19th, we'll be continuing part 2 of Strange Days with the Underdogs.
I may have that in shout out.
They're in a conundrum. One of the characters, his wife, got kidnapped by bandits, and he's on a berserk rampage, trying to get her back. So that'll be interesting to see how that works out.
And that's John's character.
That's John's character, yes. And she got kidnapped very shortly after he criticized the heck out of a poor, weak merchant for letting the merchant's daughter get captured. He made fun of him, told him he was weak, got back to his traveling group, and found his wife had been.
So what could go wrong?
Nothing could go wrong.
Nothing at all could go wrong, could it? In that, so that'll be 2 weeks. So that'll be 8, but that's earlier than, that's earlier than what we started with yesterday. It's going to be at 8 to noon, EST. Banner will be up for next week on that. So with Tim's game, so we got stuff. We had stuff this last Saturday, next Saturday, Saturday after.
We're going to see the Northern Rovers bumping heads culturally with people from the South. So that'll be.
Yep, nothing wrong with that. Looking forward to it, Tim. And thanks for hanging on this one too. Hopefully we gave you some bad ideas.
Oh, I got that was some very
yeah, there was some bad ideas on this one. Yep.
Yes, definitely. I want you to use that 180-foot tall. Yeah, that thing would just
The
fall.
fantasy mech. Yeah.
Would destroy. It would fall upon its own weight. You know.
yeah.
So, So, Anna, what's up with you?
Well, first I have to again say I'm sorry we had to cancel after we started the stream today because we missed 2 players, so we were down so much. We decided to push it, so we will be running again in 2 weeks is the plan, but we'll keep an eye out for the I will try and announce it and stuff and see if we can have more firm plans, so to speak. Then you have to remember this is not a well-run show. It's our home game that we just stream, so things are a little bit haphazard in that sense. Unfortunately, there will be no mapping live stream on Friday. Both Linda and me. Linda was busy today, and she will unfortunately be busy with family stuff on next Friday. So I have other plans, so there will be no mapping live stream on Friday, the upcoming week. So there will be few streams, but there will do a hope. Yeah, but we will have November the 18th. There's a big one for Fantasy Mapping Show with Ed Greenwood. So I'm really looking forward to that. And so that is coming. I'm working on the Heraldry Compendium, and I worked on that last mapping live stream we had last Friday. So if you want to have a sneak peek at what's coming, you can watch that one. And I'm also doing putting together the 598 Atlas. I've done 5-6 pages now out of 100. So my goal is to make at least 3 pages a day. I haven't done any today, so I have to do 6 tomorrow. So that is coming, and then I'm working on a few other little projects here and there that I'm still kind of working a little bit on the Flannies from 2,500 years ago. So that's under development too, but it's not so much in active. I'm reading and studying a little bit now, and I'm also going to go into the final phase of buying my new computer. So that will be something I will be out and running out, doing some errands and looking into the right parts and where to buy it, so to speak, and pick the right parts. And also I need really good cooling on this one. That will be one of the issues, because it's not like a gaming rig where you run it a few hours now and then. This machine will be a working beast, so I will run it maybe 10-12 hours straight at full blast. So I don't want it to overheat. So cooling is one of these things that I have to put in extra, and I don't want to sound like a vacuum cleaner either. So advanced water cooling will be a thing for this one. So
oil,
and
oil. I
finding
know
right.
they have some that are oil too.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to see if I can find some, and thankfully there's like a big. I have the LA metropolis area. There are some PC builders around here, and I want them. So I'm going to see if I make some connections. So we'll see if we can make. I have $6,000 in the budget. So hopefully we'll go somewhere to a good nice build here. So,
Nice.
yeah, so we see, yeah, jet engine computer. Yeah, I don't want it to sound like a jet engine, but I want a little bit of the power equivalence here, so to speak. So that is what's going on at the moment, so to speak. So yeah.
And then, starting the week off, we're going to do villages and towns of Greyhawk. So we're going to talk about
Yep.
smaller communities. All right, and Mike, Ann, and I will jump around a lot and maybe discuss some places that are in reference to an adventure, or that are in reference to a location that we're fond of. But we're going to stay from the cities. We're going to talk about smaller locations. There may be some small towns, but this will delve deeper into the map.
Yep.
And see how that one goes. That'll be that was a good Mike idea one. That'll be Wednesday.
Yeah.
Four streams this week. Wednesday, then Thursday. Standoff in the morass. So I got an area, and this I just developed it. It's small. There's an area north by northwest of Narwhal that is kind of sinking. I did this a couple of ventures where it's becoming more of a swampy area. So that's where they're headed. Yeah. What are you shaking your head for? You don't like that?
That's disgusting. It's never good when you have to be in a swamp.
Yeah.
Never good.
Well, two groups are going to be in a swamp this week because I can't change up the table too much. I had to plan this out. This one's probably 2 weeker. That's Thursday. And then Saturday's the grand event of the last, 4 to 6 months, the crossover event. We got Ed, we got Tony, we got Eric Boyd, and we got 5 members of the Slav Squad all playing together, having at it. Yes, thanks, Shattered Saint. And this adventure the name of the adventure is A Map and a Vision. That's what it is. I'm throwing in some stuff. I'm telling you now, they're sus bound in that really, really swampy area, kind of near the ruins of the city, Anna, that's in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they kind of. That doesn't mean that's where it's a one shot. I gotta push things through like usual, but it's gonna be fun. So that is Saturday, and then Sunday's Gabbin.
Yeah.
We got Sean Reynolds back on, and by himself this time for the full 2 hours. Now, I already told Sean, I talked to Sean, I said, Sean, you did a lot of Living Greyhawk Journal stuff that no one knows about. And he says, please don't make me reread anything. I said, don't worry about it. I will do all that. I'll bring it up and all. But he's got a lot of crazy monsters in them. And so we're going to delve a little deeper into the Sean Reynolds content this time and have him talk. And that'll be next Sunday. We'll have him back on. Be a fun discussion, fun interview. And that'll finish up the week. And then the week after that, we got 5 streams because we have Tim's on. We have the fantasy mapping show as a Friday, and then we have Tim's on a Saturday. That adds 2 more to my base 3, so I'll have 5.
Yep.
Right, and then the week before Thanksgiving. So, yep. Hey, Rad, good to see you. So that's what's going on.
And then when's the next BattleTech?
December 17th.
All right.
Saturday morning, December 17th. The next BattleTech game. Yes. 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 I haven't even started planning that yet. I'll get there. If anyone wants to know, my last day of work for the year and my real job is December 14th, and then I'm done until January 3rd. So there'll be a lot of time to get a lot of stuff done in that, and that's what I'm planning on doing. So, yes. Use it or lose it time. All right. Let's do the giveaway here. You get your choice of any of the 2 I had in my hand. Last call on the giveaway. So, and 3 and 4, B3, B4, C2, UK 1, 2, or 3, CM3. And like I said, I'll go over that with you in the discussions here. Here we go. I'm going to close this out. You got in there in time. then we'll read in the darling. Why not? Cave Geek Art, Kafir.
Oh,
Kafir's
wow.
on streaming now, so
He's probably not lurking around here then. Yeah.
yes. So I'll talk to Kafir off camera and maybe get him something in lieu of. Okay, I'm gonna do another one. He's working. Give it to him. All right, Gitano says give it to him. He's working. I trust Gitano, so there we go. We'll give it to him. We'll give it to him. I'll get with him, and if he says I wasn't on, I don't accept it. I will add another one in to Wednesdays. Okay, so we won't throw it away.
Yeah, because he might be gentleman enough to say that someone else should win. We don't know. Yeah.
Okay. So please note that if he says no, I will add in a second one, or at least a second one on Wednesdays. Fair enough. Sound good to everyone? Awesome. Thank you. You guys are all wonderful guys and gals. Thank you so very much.
Yeah.
Hopefully everyone's appreciate that. All right. Good to hear. Yeah, he does great stuff, and I have a bunch of his maps still to give away for a lot of things coming up. Tim, thanks for hanging in tonight and participating in this discussion. And thank you for playing yesterday. That was awesome. Anna, thank you for playing yesterday in that great game. And,
yeah, that was a lot of fun. I'm sorry I've been tired. It's been a lot, but after the election, things will go back to normal again
absolutely.
a bit more. So yeah,
definitely,
it's gone crazy times here. So yeah, but yeah.
Thanks, Curtis, and thank you all for participating in this. We'll keep this all rolling. A big week coming up. I'm telling you, lots of great stuff this week, and a monster stream game on Saturday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah.
I hope it's fun. It should be fun.
Mm-hmm.
It should be a lot of comedy going on that, but it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. Trust me. See, there you are, Kathir. All right, I got you. Yeah, you won. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. I'll get with you. on Facebook Messenger. Okay, we'll go over what two. You get your choice of 2 adventures. Awesome. See you all. See you Wednesday. Have a good one. Talk to you all soon.
Yep.
Thank you. All right, raiding in the darling here. Yeah, I got you, Kafir. I got you. Raid. Work. I think if Fear should get the Sentinel in the Gauntlet, that's the one I would do. Wow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you Wednesday. Let's make sure that went.
Yep, 83. Yep.
That's good. Terrific. Nice. All right. Let me end this here.